This story follows two brothers who find a mysterious game called Zathura. But the moment they start playing, something unbelievable happens. Their house gets launched into space. Now, every move they make in the game becomes real. Deadly meteors crash into their home. A broken robot starts hunting them, and terrifying alien creatures appear out of nowhere. With no way to escape, the brothers must keep playing if they ever want to return home. But the deeper they go, the more dangerous the game becomes. One wrong move could trap them in space forever. This movie is full of suspense, danger, and crazy twists where survival depends on finishing the game before it finishes them. The movie starts on Earth in a normal house. We meet the main characters, two brothers who don't get along at all. The older one is Walter, who's about 10 years old. Walter is smart but grumpy. He feels annoyed because his little brother always wants attention, and he's also upset about his parents' recent divorce. The younger brother is Danny, only 6 years old. Danny is energetic, cute, and looks up to Walter a lot. He wants to play with his big brother all the time, but Walter keeps pushing him away. Danny feels lonely and left out. They also have an older teenage sister named Lisa. Lisa is around 15 to 16. She's sassy, selfish, and doesn't want to babysit her little brothers. She's more interested in talking on the phone, doing her makeup, and getting ready for a date that night. She calls the boys annoying and tells them to stay out of her way. On that day, the boys are bored. Walter doesn't want to play with Danny. They argue a lot, typical brother stuff like fighting over the TV remote or who gets to sit where. Danny tries to play hide and seek, but Walter sends him down to the basement in the dumbwaiter, a small elevator for food, just to get rid of him. In the dusty basement, Danny finds an old, forgotten board game called Zathura, a space adventure. It looks cool. It's a 1950s-style space game with planets, rockets, and a wind-up key instead of dice. There's a metal spaceship piece and two player pieces, one blue, one red. He begs Walter to play with him. Walter says no at first, but he's bored too, so he finally agrees. They sit on the living room floor. The rules are simple. Wind up the key, push the shiny red button, and the game moves your piece automatically. Then it spits out a card with an event. The goal is to be the first to reach the last space on the board called Zathura. But suddenly, real meteors start crashing through the roof of the house. Rocks smash windows, destroy furniture, and make huge holes. The boys scream and hide. When it stops, they look out the window, and their jaws drop. The entire house is no longer on Earth. It's floating in outer space. They're somewhere near Saturn, with stars all around, floating rocks, and zero gravity starting to kick in. The house is sitting on a small, asteroid-like rock. Everything feels weightless. Walter and Danny freak out. They realize the game is magical. Whatever the cards say happens in real life. The only way to get back home safely is to finish the game and reach Zathura. They try to wake up Lisa to tell her, but she's still asleep. Lisa wakes up later, looks out the window, thinks it's just nighttime or cloudy, and goes to take a shower and get ready for her day. She has no idea they're in space. Danny takes another turn. The card says something that freezes the bathroom into a cryonic chamber, like deep freeze or cryosleep. Lisa gets trapped inside a big block of ice. She's frozen solid, eyes open, still holding her hairbrush. The boys can't wake her up. Walter says they have to keep playing to fix everything. As they continue, more crazy things happen. One card brings a giant defective robot into the house. It's huge, made of metal, with glowing eyes, and it's malfunctioning. The robot starts attacking, smashing walls, saying eliminate players in a scary robot voice. The brothers run around the house, trying to hide or trick it. It's a mix of funny and terrifying. The robot is so big it breaks through floors. Then comes the real danger. Zorgons. These are scary lizard-like aliens who look like dinosaurs or dragons mixed with reptiles. They have big ships that look like evil space boats. Zorgons love heat. They hunt anything warm. When a house's heater is on, their ship detects the heat and attacks. They anchor their ship to the house and start boarding or shooting. The boys turn down the thermostat to make the house colder and hide. But it's hard. They have to crawl around, avoid the aliens' glowing eyes, and stay quiet. The Zorgons are creepy, slimy, hissing, with sharp teeth. Right when things look bad, a new card appears. Rescue stranded astronaut. Suddenly, a real astronaut appears inside the house. He's wearing a full spacesuit, looks tough and serious, and knows exactly what's happening. The astronaut quickly takes charge. He tells the boys the rules. The game controls everything. To survive the Zorgons, they need to remove all heat sources from the house. He makes them turn off lights, unplug things, and even sets the dad's favorite couch on fire and pushes it out into space like bait. The burning couch floats away. Its heat attracts the Zorgon ship, and the aliens chase it instead of the house. It works. The Zorgons leave for now. The astronaut becomes like a mentor. He helps them survive, gives smart advice, and even makes sandwiches for the hungry kids. But Walter and Danny keep arguing. Walter thinks Danny is too young and annoying. Danny feels hurt because Walter is mean to him. At one point, they fight badly over the game. Walter accuses Danny of cheating by moving his piece early. When Walter tries to fix it, the game thinks Walter is cheating. It punishes him by sucking him out of the house into the cold vacuum of space. Walter is floating outside, freezing, no air, about to die. The astronaut bravely goes out with a tether and rescues Walter just in time. He pulls him back inside. This moment shows the astronaut cares about the brothers. The astronaut sits them down and gives a serious talk. You guys have to stop fighting. Your brother is all you've got out here. Don't be quick to sell him out. He shares a little about himself. He played the same game years ago and got stuck in space for a long time because of bad choices. The brothers are still arguing sometimes, but they're starting to learn. The house is damaged. Lisa is still frozen. Zorgons might come back, and the robot is still a threat. They have to keep playing the game together if they want to survive and go home. And now one card gives Walter a special shooting star. It lets him make one wish. Walter's eyes light up. He's super close to winning the game, and he's still really mad at Danny for all the trouble. He thinks about making a selfish wish. Something like, I wish Danny would just disappear, or I wish I win the game by myself. He even holds the card up and starts to say the wish out loud. You can see on his face how angry and tempted he is. Danny looks scared. Before Walter can finish the wish, the astronaut grabs his arm and says, "Don't do it, kid." Then the astronaut opens up for the first time. He tells the boys his real story. Years ago, I played this same game with my little brother. We fought just like you too. I landed on a shooting star card too. I was so mad at him that when the star passed, I wished that my brother had never been born. The astronaut looks sad and says right after he made that wish, he felt horrible. He wanted to take it back, but the game wouldn't let him because it wasn't his turn anymore. That one bad wish trapped him in space for 15 years, flying around all alone. That's why he became the astronaut we see. An older version of someone who lost everything because he wished his brother away. Walter listens, and you can see the anger leave his face. He decides not to make the selfish wish. Instead, he keeps the card and says he'll save it for later. The brothers calm down a little. Lisa finally thaws out of her ice block. She still has no idea they're in space and thinks it's just a normal day. She turns the heater way up because she's cold. Big mistake. The heat attracts the Zorgons again. But this time, it's not just one ship. A whole fleet of Zorgon spaceships suddenly appears out of nowhere. Dozens of scary lizard alien ships surround the house. They start blasting lasers, hooking their ships onto the house, and trying to break in for the heat. The house shakes like crazy. Windows crack, pieces of the roof and walls break off and float away into space. Right in the middle of the Zorgon attack, the giant broken robot returns too. It's still malfunctioning and chasing the boys, smashing through walls and yelling, "Eliminate players." The house is now a total war zone. Lasers from outside, robots smashing from inside, zero gravity making everything float. Walter and Danny are screaming and trying to fix things while still moving their pieces on the game board. During all this madness, Walter takes another turn and lands on another shooting star card. The second one. Now, he's thinking about everything the astronaut told him. He's not angry anymore. Instead of wishing for something selfish, Walter looks at the astronaut and makes a really kind wish. I wish that the astronaut could get his little brother back. The car glows. A bright shooting star shoots across the window outside. Suddenly, magic happens. A second little boy appears right in the living room. It's another 6-year-old Danny, exactly like the real Danny. The astronaut looks shocked. He stares at the second Danny and then at Walter. Then he says the line that changes everything. "I am Walter from the future." He explains the full truth. He really is an older version of Walter. In a different timeline, 15 years earlier, young Walter got so mad at Danny that he used his shooting star wish to make his brother never born but disappear. The game punished him. It wouldn't let him finish the game alone. He stayed trapped in space for 15 years, lonely and full of regret. He found a time hole, a time sphincter, and traveled back to help his younger self so he wouldn't make the same mistake. The future astronaut Walter and the extra Danny fade away and disappear, merging back into the present-day brothers. The current Walter finally sees what his life would be like without Danny. Empty, sad, lonely. He learns the big lesson, and keep playing the game together with the astronauts' advice still in their heads. The Zorgon fleet is now attacking full force. The house is falling apart and spinning out of control in space. Danny takes the last few careful moves on the board. Finally, Danny lands his piece on the very last space. Zathura. But Zathura isn't a planet. It's a giant black hole. A massive swirling black hole opens up in space. It starts sucking everything in with huge gravity. The Zorgon ships get pulled in one by one, screaming and spinning. The boys' house gets sucked toward it too. Everything goes wild. Bright lights, shaking, zero gravity at max, the house twisting and turning. The boys hold on tight, screaming, but now as a team. Then, sudden silence and bright flash. The house lands back on Earth exactly where it started. Same living room, no damage at all. It's like time reset. The meteors, robot, aliens, and space damage are all gone. Right on time, their dad comes home from work. He asks how the day was. The kids say fine and act normal, but they share secret smiles. Their mom arrives to pick them up, since it's a shared custody situation. As they walk to the car, Lisa tells her brothers, "None of that ever happened, right?" Walter and Danny agree, but Walter teases Lisa by asking if she still thinks he has gorgeous eyes, a line from earlier when she was me. They all laugh a little. The family drives away. But as the car leaves, something falls from the sky with a thud on the lawn. It's Walter's red bicycle that was floating in space during the game. It proves the whole adventure was real. Zathura teaches us that no matter how much siblings fight, they should always support and protect each other in tough times. The movie beautifully shows that family is the most important thing, and working together makes us stronger than facing problems alone. If you enjoyed this quick recap, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more movie recaps, and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Comment below which movie you want me to recap next.